The Stoic Heart: How to Stay Unshaken in a Shaking World. Chapter 1. The world is on fire. Stand still. It's easy to panic today. Prices rise. News spins fear. People argue online, endlessly. The world pulls at your emotions. But the Stoic? They breathe. They see clearly. They stay still, inside. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The Stoic doesn't run from chaos. They become the calm within it. Chapter 2, From Slave to Sage. The story of Epictetus. Born into slavery. Beaten so badly his leg was left crippled. But instead of bitterness, he chose freedom. Not the kind you win in courts or revolutions. The kind that begins within. Epictetus said, "I am always content with what happens, for I know that what God chooses is better than what I choose." Imagine that. A man with no possessions, yet richer in peace than kings. He showed the world, no one can imprison the soul. Chapter 3, Control, the Key to Freedom. What if you stopped fighting the wind? What if you realize, most of life isn't up to you, only your mind is? Epictetus said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." The moment you accept this, you reclaim power. You stop arguing with reality. You start shaping your response. That's not weakness. It's wisdom. Chapter 4. Stoicism is not emotional numbness. You feel hurt. You feel joy. You feel fear. Good. The Stoic feels too, but they are not owned by emotions. They observe. Understand. Then act. Seneca wrote, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity. For he is not permitted to prove himself." Feel. But don't flinch. Pain is not the enemy. It's the fire that forges you. Chapter 5. How Marcus Aurelius ruled himself first. He was emperor of Rome, the most powerful man on earth. But every night, he wrote in a notebook. Not laws. Not speeches. Reflections. In private, he asked, "Did I act with justice today? Did I let anger win? Did I waste time?" Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. You don't need a throne. Just the will to rule your impulses." Chapter 6. Negative Visualization. Train the mind. Every morning the Stoic imagines losing their job, falling sick, hearing bad news. Why? To prepare. To detach. To appreciate. Seneca wrote, "He who suffers before it is necessary suffers more than is necessary." The practice is called premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils. It's not pessimism. It's protection. You rehearse hardship, so you don't collapse when it arrives. Chapter 7. Discomfort makes you strong. The Stoics didn't seek pain, but they didn't avoid it either. They walked in the cold. They ate little. They wore rough clothes. To remind themselves, "I can endure more than I think." Seneca said, "Set aside now and then a number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, saying to yourself the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" When luxury disappears, the Stoic stands tall. They trained for it. Chapter 8. The Four Virtues, a Life's Foundation. Wisdom, knowing what to do. Courage, doing it, even when afraid. Justice, treating others rightly. Temperance, knowing when enough is enough. This is the Stoic's compass. Not fame. Not riches. Not what others think. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Just that you do the right thing. The rest doesn't matter." That's the code. And it never rusts. Chapter 9. Memento Mori. Remember you will die. It sounds morbid. It's not. It's freeing. Every moment becomes more precious. Every breath becomes a gift. Epictetus said, "You are a little soul carrying around a corpse." Memento Mori doesn't make you sad. It makes you awake. You stop postponing. You start living. right now. Chapter 10 Modern Stoicism. How to practice today. No need for robes or scrolls. Just discipline. Morning, read one line of wisdom. Day, when something annoys you, ask, is this in my control? Night, reflect on your actions. Where did you lose control? Where did you show virtue? Each day is a chance to train. Not for perfection, but for progress. Seneca said, while we teach, we learn. Live like a student of life. Every day. Chapter 11. Anger is a choice, and so is peace. The car cuts you off. Someone insults you. The deal falls through. You clench your jaw. You raise your voice. But what if you didn't? What if you paused? Seneca wrote, the greatest remedy for anger is delay. Anger feels powerful, but it controls you. The Stoic learns to control it instead. Breathe. Count. Delay. Then act with reason, not rage. That's real strength. Chapter 12. Community and Duty. Stoicism isn't selfish. It's not hiding in a cave. It's showing up for your family. Doing your job with honor. Treating strangers with respect. Marcus Aurelius said, men exist for the sake of one another. Teach them then or bear with them. You are not alone. Every day ask, how can I serve? How can I help? How can I love? With clarity. A Stoic heart is never closed. Chapter 13. Obstacles are the way. The problem isn't the problem. It's the path. Illness teaches patience. Loss teaches gratitude. Failure teaches humility. Marcus Aurelius wrote, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. There are no dead ends for the Stoic. Only redirection. Only refining. You don't run from hardship. You use it. Turn pain into progress. Chapter 14. Stillness in the storm. Life won't slow down. But you can. Stillness is not idleness. It's awareness. Time for reflection. Time to think before speaking. Time to choose virtue over reaction. Seneca said, if a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Stillness helps you aim. Without it you drift. Make silence a daily ritual. Even a few minutes. That's where clarity lives. Chapter 15. Love your fate, amor fati. It rains on your wedding. You miss your flight. You get rejected. Can you still smile? Can you say, this too is good? Epictetus said, don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do, and you will go on well. Amor fati, love of fate. It's not passive acceptance. It's fierce affirmation. You don't just endure life. You embrace it. Chapter 16. The Stoic's Journal. Every night reflect. What did I do well? Where did I falter? What can I do better tomorrow? This is not punishment. It's progress. Marcus Aurelius did it. His Meditations was his journal. And 2,000 years later, it still teaches us. You don't need to write perfectly. Just honestly. That's how growth begins. Chapter 17. Stoicism and Modern Struggles. Anxiety. Overwhelm. Disconnection. The Stoic path offers tools. Don't chase what you can't control. Don't fear what hasn't happened. Don't hate what simply is. Seneca said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. You are not your thoughts. You are their master. And Stoicism is your training ground. Chapter 18. The tests will come. There will be loss. There will be betrayal. There will be days you want to quit. Good. This is your training. You don't become a Stoic in peace. You become one in fire. Every test is a chance to live the philosophy. Not preach it. Live it. And if you fail, begin again. Always begin again. Chapter 19. The Stoic's Inner Temple. You don't need applause. You don't need approval. You don't need things to go your way. Because your peace lives inside. Marcus Aurelius wrote, Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Build that temple. With reason. With virtue. With love. And no storm will shake it. Chapter 20. The final word. Live like a Stoic. The world will tempt you to overreact, to complain, to drift. But you've seen another way. A higher way. A harder way. A better way. To live with discipline. To speak with clarity. To walk with integrity. This isn't a trend. It's a path. One that begins now. With your next breath. Your next choice. Your next act. Live like a Stoic. Not someday. Today.